Hello everybody, welcome to Chess 101. Today we're going to talk about checkmating the king with two bishops. You see I have a dark square bishop, light square bishop, and a king. The key is, there's two keys. One is you got to push him to a corner because that's the only place you can checkmate him. And then the second thing is that you don't want to check him that much. Actually, you almost never want to check him until you're delivering checkmate toward the end. You just want to limit where he can go. So we'll start off with kind of an interesting thing here. If you're checking the king all the time, check, the king can just get out. He can just stay in the middle of the board, check, right? There's not much you can do if you're checking him. In reality here, you don't want to check him. You just want to limit where he can go. So we'll just play this. And let's say he plays here, we play here, he plays here. He's trying to stay in the middle of the board, right? So we can just play this move, right? And then an in-between move, he can't come here, he can't come here. He just can go back to here. We'll just, we'll say he plays here for whatever reason. We'll just play our king. We're just going to get our king over here, oppose him, and push him off the side of the board. He plays here, that's totally fine. We can just play this. He'll play here, we'll play this. Now, you can see how we've cut off this board. We've really forced him back. He can play here, which is likely what he'll do, which is totally fine. We're going to play here. He's going to play here. We're going to oppose him. So now, he can play this, and we can come back to here. And now he can't come back to here. He can't come back to here. He can't take the piece. He goes back, and we're pretty much just going to limit where he can go, right? You can see where this is going, sort of. As you're doing this, there's a lot of ways this can happen. So I'm just going to show you something here. So here, in this position, you're probably like, oh gosh, he's gonna get out over there. Well, no, he's not really gonna get out, because we have things we can do. So we'll just continue to limit where he can go. Okay, we'll say the king plays here because that's about all they can do now, and we'll just push our king down here. We're still limiting where he can go. He's pretty much forced to the back rank. Okay, and you saw I just kept my pieces close together, making this area he can go smaller. So we'll just play him here because that's ultimately where he would like to go. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to let him out, but we don't want to just run along the back rank. So for this example, we'll just push him into this corner because that's the closest corner to where he is. And the way we would do that is we just want to block the square. Now, notice we haven't checked him yet. We've just been, kind of letting him go. So the first thing we're going to do is we don't want him to come back out to here, and so we're just going to block off that square, okay? And then let's say he comes over here because that's something he could do. That's totally fine. But now we've really got him. We can really push him into the corner. So here we're just going to we'll play this, and he'll play over here. And then if we want, we can push him into this corner. It'd probably be easier. So we'll do this to limit where he goes. Now, you can notice I haven't checked the king. I'm just sort of playing all these moves to keep him from having any freedom. So he can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. So now he has to go here, which is totally fine. So we'll play this move. He'll play here, and then we'll play here, okay? He could come back to here, and then this is a time we would want to deliver check. So we'll check him. He'll come to here. We'll check him again. He'll come to here, and then we're going to play this move right here. Oppose the king. Now you can see we just did have to check him a couple times, but from this point, it's pretty easy. He can only go back and forth between the corner and here. So he'll play his only legal move, which is here. You have to be careful here. You do not want to play this move. This move is stalemate, right? So what do we do? Well, we do that in-between move that we talked about before. You just move him maybe here, okay? And you can move this piece too. Oh, we'll move here. But you just make sure he can only go to those two squares. He plays here, that's check. He plays here, and that's checkmate. Okay, so there's a lot of combinations of this because obviously he could have picked and gone this way, and then we have to play differently. But the bottom line is the same. As long as the king is being limited and pushed to the side of the board and into the corner, it's easy to checkmate. So that's all you have to do. There's one more interesting thing that I want to show you, is that no matter where the bishops are, as long as they're together, if you've got the king trapped this way, he can't catch your pieces and he can't get out, right? If it's over here, he can, but you just play this. he can't ever touch these pieces. He can't get there because these 4 squares are blocked off, and he can't get past you. And then it's easy. You can just kind of bring your king in and push him to the side. Okay, so that's the key about these 2 bishops is a lot of times I see people with the bishops really far apart, and it's harder for them to defend each other. So anyway, so this is the ending position here. It's going to look like this pretty much every time. King's going to be guarding the escape square. The bishops will be delivering the last 2 checks to push him into the corner. And there's your how to checkmate with 2 bishops. I recommend you practice it with a friend. Watch this video a couple times and share it with people. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on another video.